This is Boomer Life on CL 650.
Lying in bed, just like Brian Wilson did. But when I'm lying in bed, just like Brian Wilson did.
Yeah, we're talking about sleep, and everybody loves a good night's sleep. There's nothing better than waking up after a good night's sleep, and you just feel great. And you get downstairs, and you put the pot of coffee on, and and you start the day. And then the other side of that is, oh, I didn't get a good night's sleep for whatever reason. So we're speaking with the sleep expert, Farooq Manji from SleepShop, your sleep experts. They have 4 locations throughout the Lower Mainland: Richmond, Vancouver, Abbotsford, and Langley. So a lot of people have maybe misconceptions, or they don't know really much about a mattress and what you should do with a mattress. We talked before the break about, you should rotate it or flip it, every season, so 4 times a year. And the one thing people forget is how much time you spend in your bed. So this is the one piece of furniture you use the most, right?
Absolutely.
You're in there every day.
Yeah, 1/3 of your life is spent in bed.
I love that. That's my. Like people say, oh, I love sleeping. It's great. There's nothing. I love a nap. And you know what? I found out, just so you know this, because you're a guy, it's not called a nap anymore. It's called man rest. So whenever I say to my wife, I'm going to have a nap, I say, I'm going to go and get me some man rest. That's the new way of saying it. I don't know if you can work that into your business or not. Is comfort really important to getting to sleep and staying asleep?
Zach, there's a very key distinction between comfort and support.
Okay.
And when we educate the customer around finding the right mattress, that is a big distinction that we make for them. Often enough, the biggest conception is that there is the firmer the bed, the better for my body or better for my back, which is clearly not the case. So comfort is how hard or soft the mattress feels, whereas support is how well it aligns your body, supports your overall body weight, etc.
But that's a big part of it, is also how you sleep. Right? Because I'm a side sleeper. I can't fall asleep except if I'm on my side, but I always roll onto my back at some point.
Yes.
And I wake up on my back. So that's obviously what I do. My wife sleeps on her stomach. I can't even imagine. It looks so uncomfortable to me. I couldn't even imagine sleeping like that. So how you sleep is a big factor on the bed too, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, and that also considers we take that into consideration when showing the different types of mattresses. So there's the comfort and support distinction, and educating them on that, and then there is the way you sleep and the position you sleep in, and there's better materials that are made, and there are better mattresses for certain types of sleepers as well.
So that initial comfort helps you get off to sleep, but the support will keep you sleeping longer, right?
Exactly.
Because as you mentioned in the last segment, that if your muscles are tight and you're not really relaxed and you're not really going into that deep sleep, you're not getting the benefit, right?
Exactly. And exactly that. So the stages of sleep, as you're falling asleep, your body needs to be relaxed, your muscles need to be relaxed. It'll help your body fall asleep, and then to stay asleep through the night, as you've said, you need to be well supported.
And you have an interesting stat here. A 10-year-old mattress will double in weight. That sounds kind of gross. Why would it double in weight?
So it is all those fun little critters, dust mites,
skin,
and yeah. So it's important that we all use a good quality mattress protector that you can remove and wash it
and
as
replace.
often as you do with your sheets, and replace it back again.
Now, we haven't really talked about the materials you put on your bed, but the quality of the sheets and the if it's a duvet or a blanket or whatever you like to sleep with, that must be important too. Do you help people with that?
Absolutely. So it starts with the mattress, obviously, then a good protector, and we've got several different types of protectors.
And so you might invest all of this money into getting a high quality mattress that lets you sleep at a regulated temperature, and then you put on a fully synthetic mattress cover, which kind of negates all of that, right? So should you match the quality and the type of material of the mattress cover with the mattress itself?
So most of our protectors now are all cotton based.
Right.
So they're all breathable.
Right.
There are some, yes, that have a special protective backing for obviously asthma sufferers or allergens, and obviously liquids that you don't want to be penetrating through into the mattress as well. But so we've got different types. Then your sheets are important, and there's cotton sheets, which are obviously very good. Bamboo sheets, which are even
Very
better.
soft, yeah.
And very soft. And then the type of pillow
Silk
in that.
too. You get silk sort of woven in some of these products
That's
too, right?
right. There are a number of different types. The bottom line is you want to make sure that the protector, the sheets, your duvet, and your pillows all incorporate some aspect of having some natural product in it.
All right, now let's get into the actual bed itself, the mattresses. So, are there different, distinct kinds of mattresses? If I go into Sleep Shop, is the older style, the newer style? Like, what is there?
Yeah, there's so that's a great question. So there's your traditional inner spring mattress, which we are all very familiar with, that all the brands manufacture. Then there are the foam type mattresses, which are really now, I wouldn't say specialty anymore, because they're pretty much taking up most of almost half the floor space in our stores. So you'll have in there a combination of latex mattresses and memory foam type of mattresses. And there's not one type that fits all. Again, it is really important that the customer spend the time not only getting comfort tested, but finding out what is the right type of mattress for their body and their needs.
Now, when I was at your store buying my latex bed and mattress, there's a price difference, right? So I'm sure that sort of the traditional inner spring mattresses compared to some of the more advanced, newer style, they're a little less expensive. So if somebody's price conscious, they might not be able to get that, 100% latex bed, right?
Correct, yes. And then, for example, in a latex mattress is made from all natural products. There are some variations of latex that are somewhat synthetic, but the process to manufacture the actual latex itself is quite costly, versus where the volume of pocketed coiled mattresses, for example, I mean, they're made by thousands in a day, so the economies of scale obviously come down.
But you can also get some of those elements in those less expensive mattresses. They have a layer of some of these products too, right?
Exactly.
So you're not going to get 100%, but for a less expensive mattress, you can have elements of it. That's sort of
right.
hybrid you're talking about, right?
Yeah, so there's two types there. So, one of our manufacturers, and we've mentioned them earlier, Spring Air, that local company, where they will incorporate a lot of that, where they'll have a coiled mattress, a layer of latex, they'll use an organic cotton cover over top of it, they'll add an element of wool, so it keeps the price, under $1,000, where they can get some of those features that are important to them. And then you can get into the hybrid technology, so where that uses a pocket coil as a base or foundation, and then on top you will add just a layer of latex or just a layer of memory foam, and then nothing else. So now instead of sleeping on a whole foam mattress, you've got the traditional coil as your support, but then you get the benefit of either having latex or a memory foam.
And then the next step from that are the sort of the more premium products that you offer, where it's like Tempur-Pedic, and then you have these latex. So what is it about that? I mean, I'm sure there's people listening now are thinking, latex? Really? I'd never heard of latex in a bed. Can you explain how this evolved and maybe the different kinds of processes that to make them?
Yeah, so foam in general is probably, it's probably one of the oldest types of mattresses that people have slept on.
Sure.
And as time has evolved, they came out with memory foam, where it was a softer, more elastic type of material that allowed the body to kind of contour in, give a real nice sort of that cuddly feel. And then through the healthcare industry, they started to use latex for people that were severely, like burn victims,
Right.
people who suffer from bed sores. They had to have a material that was breathable, that allowed for that comfort, and biggest one was pressure relief. So that's how latex was created. So there are different types of latex mattresses. Now, latex is not like your synthetic latex rubber gloves.
Yeah, that's what people. That's the image people
yeah,
have, right?
and-
So
and-
what is latex, and how do they do it?
So latex comes from the rubber tree. So it's the sap from the tree that creates almost like your baking material. And there are different types and processes to manufacture latex. So there's Dunlop latex, which is a process, and then there's Talalay latex, which again is another process. And each process will develop a different feel and comfort of and almost quality of type of latex. Dunlop traditionally has been the type of latex process that becomes a more natural product, doesn't use any synthetics, and you can even get organic latex. And people often confuse that with natural latex or just latex in general. Organic latex, all the materials are grown on an organic farm.
Okay.
So the trees are grown on an organic farm where there's no pesticides used. The actual wool would be grown in an organic farm, the cotton, etc. And there are strict, very, very strict standards and certifications that these manufacturers have to meet.
Are you seeing that there are more people are coming in and demanding more of this natural kind of bed?
Yes,
They want that.
they want that.
So how do you square that with a foam bed that's all made of foam? That's synthetic, right? It's made
Yes.
from petroleum.
Yes.
So they
And-
want the natural topper on there. Is that
Well, I mean, it's as often as people will come in and ask for that. Again, once they start, it's when people try latex versus memory foam, the comfort is the bottom line for them. So there are people that absolutely hate the feel of memory foam, and vice versa. There's people that they get on latex and they think it's it's too springy or bouncy or. So it really is down to comfort, the preference of the customer.
all right? That's why you need to do the sleep test, right?
That's right.
Come in and try them all out and see what you like. Interesting conversation. Everybody is affected by getting a good or a bad night's sleep, and we're here to sort it out. If you're not getting a great night's sleep, we have our sleep expert here, Farouk Manji from SleepShop, your sleep experts with 4 locations, Vancouver, Richmond, Abbotsford, and Langley. And we'll continue our conversation next on CL 650.
Celebrating the baby boomer lifestyle. This is Boomer Life on CL 650.